Welcome back to Beyond the Nest. Thanks to our great mates over at Berkey's Bakehouse. Make sure you duck in there for a feed before you get along to the game on the weekend. The senior, or all the action against Lancefield this weekend. Head in there for a coffee and maybe a nice toasty before you head along to the ground and enjoy some under-19s action across some football and netball. But we're all about the juniors, mate, and we are in the final round of the home and away season. And, geez, mate, there is going to be plenty on the line for all the boys and girls this weekend.
Yeah, for sure, mate. It's a massive run home for our juniors. And as Shaddy was pumping up, there's plenty of potential for a lot of these young fellas and young girls to have a massive impact in the finals. So very exciting stuff this week for our juniors. Absolutely right, mate. We're going to provide a bit of a detailed analysis of how they're sort of trekking. So I'll read out. I'll go through what's sort of happening, and I'll get your feedback on that one, mate. So, 15 Bs are playing away to Melton South from 12:30 p.m. Wood End currently in fourth spot, and they don't have to worry too much. They are all set to play Lancefield in week one of the finals in a battle between third and fourth. It's going to be good to get some good form against a team like South, who won't be playing finals this year, and head in there with a bit of confidence. Yeah, exactly. It's always good to get a couple of wins on the board heading into finals, just to get that confidence and get a bit of form heading into the last sort of chunk of the season. That's spot on, mate. Now, I'm going to go through the most complicated final scenario that we will ever encounter on Beyond the Nest this year. I was going through this and I had to run predictions and I had to run lots of maths. I couldn't quite figure it out. So 13 Bs have the bye this weekend. Now, try and stick with me on this one, mate, because I'm going to bloody get lost on this one. They currently sit in fifth, have the bye. They get 2 points, I believe, for the bye. They have the bye alongside fourth-placed Rupertswood. And we're going a top four system. Wood End will make finals if I think the first or second-placed rookies beat the Giants, which is a very, very big chance of happening. If this does happen, the Giants will slip from third to sixth, and then the Hawks will end up playing Rupo in week one of the finals. So we don't have the boys don't even have to play, and all they have to do is rely on the rookies winning the crosstown rival with the Giants, and then they're in. That is extraordinary. That is very interesting stuff from the stats man, Yandy. So I'm astounded. I was lost when you said 13 Bs. What did you say after that? Yeah, that's right. It's amazing with a few teams having the byes that a team that's currently in third, if they lose, they slip all the way to sixth because the three teams below them have all got byes. So that's massive. That would be a very bitter pill to swallow. Absolutely. So that's hence the complication of that one. 11As, as we know, have had a terrific season to date. They're going to be at home to Macedon, who currently in seventh place from 12:30 p.m. They will play Rupertswood in week one of the finals in the battle between 1 and 2. So that one's done and dusted, and mate, they win that game, they go straight through to the grand final. They bypass the prelim. So it's if you were the coaching staff there, you'd be pretty happy that your fate's sort of already sorted. You just have to get what you can out of this game and not have to worry too much about the result. Yeah, exactly right. I think Rezzy's cold figure, Big Jezza, is heavily involved with the young stars at the 11s all the way through from C's to A's. So it's really good to see some success for not only Jezza, but all these young boys and girls down the nest. So very eager to see a lot of those young guns taste some glory. Absolutely right, mate. And Jezza did take the 11s to the Holy Grail last year.
The 11P is a little bit of a complicated one. They're home to Lancefield, are currently in 9th position. That kicks off at 11:15am. The Hawks are in 6th spot and can make finals only if Riddle upset Romsey, which is going to be unlikely because I don't think Riddle won a game this year, and Diggers beat the Rookies. There's currently 27% separating the Hawks and the Rookies. So if Riddle pull off the upset, Diggers have to beat the Rookies and the Hawks have to beat Lancefield by, there has to be a 10-goal margin in probably both games for that to happen. So not impossible, but it's going to be a tough ask.
Yeah, exactly. And any chance is enough for the Woodend boys. So we'll give them a massive sniff.
Absolutely right. Then there's also a chance in the 11Cs. They're at home to Centrals, who are currently on top of the ladder from 10am. The Hawks sit in 6th. They must beat Centrals. Sunbury Kangaroos must beat Melton, which is likely. And the winless Giants have to beat the Rookies to make the finals. And if they make the finals, they will play the Sunbury Lions. So it's hard with the Giants because they've had a pretty low scoring return this year, and the Rookies, I think they're first or second on the ladder. So you talk about miracles. You can see two of the three things falling into play. The third one's going to be a very, very tough one.
Yeah, and it's making finals is obviously the be all and end all of a footy club, but at that age in 11s, it's just more about just having fun and learning all the basics of this great game. So as long as they can take as many positives out of the season as they can, whether they do make finals or not, it will pay dividends when they're moving up to the 13s and the 15s further down their little football careers. So plenty of positives for our 11s, 11Cs in particular. And I'm sure they'll have a real red-hot crack against Centrals at home. So
you're absolutely spot on, mate. What this does say is that our three under-11s team, but the under-11s junior program, the first entry into this form of competition, is very, very healthy going forward, and that's a testament to the Auskick programs and all the other development going on too. It's we're getting great numbers to field three teams, and to field three very competitive teams is fantastic going forward. Yeah,
that's also a massive thanks to. I'd say it's a massive thanks to the parents who bring them along to our home games to watch the seniors and the resis and the 19s and just I know when I was playing 11s I would always watch I'd watch the ones later on in the day if we were playing on the same day, and I just wanted to play senior footy so bad at that age. Like you just seeing, as an under-11s player, watching Tommy Gorfeld kick a bag of 5 or watching big Jesse Shepherd take a massive mark off half-back, it just motivates them to play better for the club and become footy stars like some of their heroes in the ones which they have badges on of their beanies. So, yeah, it's good to see the parents heavily involving their kids in the club. All across the league, all across the season, which has been great, I think.
I couldn't agree more, mate, and I sort of relate to a little bit of that experience. When I first started playing footy, the 12s a long time ago before the under 19 and halves competition was introduced. We used to train on Saturday mornings from 10 till 12, so we used to finish as for the home games, the reserves and seniors would come out. So the reserves would be they'd be hitting the training track or hitting the track before their game, and we used to have the parents and the supporters watch us finish train, and then we used to stick around and watch the reserves and senior footballers play. So I absolutely resonate with what you said there, and going back a little while now, but I think that's it's certainly a lot of the people from that I trained with and played with did get involved at senior level. So that's a testament to that program.
So that's about 10 years ago for me, and we're talking about 35 for you. So yeah, there's a little bit of difference there, but Same.
I'm feeling like an old man now. As we segue onto the netball, and look, we've got some great games. All the girls are playing over at Clark Oval over in the Sunbury Lions, and we'll turn our attention to the all-conquering powerhouse team, the under-17s. They're currently undefeated, on top of the ladder, and very much like our 15 side, our top side in the junior football, they've got their date booked in for week one of the finals. The girls will play the rookies for a spot in the grand final.
Massive, absolutely massive. So yeah, they're sitting undefeated on top of the ladder, which is crazy.
Under Callie Duff, who's been doing some great things down there.
Yeah, for sure. So as you touched on earlier, it's great to see the likes of the 17 girls and some major success in the netball side of things down there. So that'll be very exciting to see those girls have a very big sniff at the flag. So that's exciting.
Absolutely right. They're 15, so they play second place Sunbury Lions. They must win. It's going to be a very tough ask, and rely on Rupertswood to drop their games. There's another team in there as well. Both they're playing. Both the teams they need to rely on for the results to go their way. Playing two sides at the bottom of the ladder, whoever won a game each. So again, the girls are probably just going to miss out, but that's okay. It's about the development and development coming through, and a lot of those girls will go up to the 17s next year, and some of those 17 girls will stay down too. So it's still going to add a lot of invaluable experience to a quality side next year.
Yeah, exactly right. And while I'm listening to you talk about these outcomes and these predictions and all these really intricate statistics, I'm really hoping that a lot of the parents of these players, and especially these juniors, really tune into the podcast and they can sort of listen along and follow along. There's a lot of parents that their kids love the footy, but they're not too aware of the results of all the other teams and how the finals system works sometimes for footy and the netball. So I really urge a lot of the parents and the family and friends to tune into the podcast to listen to all your rundowns and your predictions for the rest of the season, because I find it very interesting. So if the parents of these juniors are aware of these things as well, it adds a bit of excitement for them going in to watch their kids play, which is I think really cool. So
yeah, the highlight of the main focus of this podcast is to reflect the juniors, seniors, and masters. So be inclusive of all the teams. So for those who listen to the podcast for the first time, we're trying to shake things up and make sure we give coverage to all clubs around the region as well. So that's really important. The 13s is going to be an interesting one. They play the fourth place Sunbury Lions, a team we actually need to get out of the finals. The girls are currently in 7th. If it wins by a big margin and Romsey beats Melton South, the Lions will miss finals and we won't be able to make the finals, but we can sure as hell take the Lions right out of the final equation. So if the girls cause a win and Romsey gives Melton South a bit of a hiding, Romsey will knock Sunbury Lions out of the finals, and the girls will feel like that they'll finish the season on a high, knowing they've upset the apple cart a little bit.
Exactly right, mate. If you can't make the finals, knock someone out of the finals. So that's what you got to do to find some success in the netball industry. So I'm all for it.
Oh, bring it on. Absolutely bring it on. And the under-11s, they play the 7th place Sunbury Lions. The girls are going to finish in 5th regardless of the result. So, mate, we just hope the girls play the best that they can play and enjoy themselves. That this might be the last time this group of girls play together. Some of them will go up, some of them will stay. So they just go out and have fun. And they might come away with a win, which I think they're very much in the box seat to come away with the big W on the road.
Yeah, it's just like the 11s boys playing the footy. You just want to go out there and enjoy the day. It's a great time to catch up with your friends and learn a lot from the mentors and peers around you. So it's a great opportunity for those girls to really build on their netball career down the nest. So really exciting times for a lot of our juniors.
Spot on there, mate. And I'll run through the other girls' footy. Both teams had some disappointing losses last week, but that's okay. They'll look. They're working hard. They've still got a lot of development sort of going on, a lot of learning process in the first season. The 13 girls will be at home at the race course to Gisborne from 12 p.m. So get down there. The girls currently sit in 5th, and they take on the top side, Gisborne. So look, we just want the girls to be competitive. We want them to try hard, and it's going to be a tough day, but that's okay. Just get out there and have a crack.
It's only early days for our girls' footy as well. So as long as they're giving it their best, the results will come and the progress will come as well. So it's definitely just a matter of taking some baby steps and building towards a great team within the girls' footy. So it's another exciting element of the Woodend Football Club moving forward.
Spot on there, mate. And then we've got the under-18 girls. They're at home to Gisborne. That is the early game at 10:30am over the racecourse. So get down there, support the girls. They currently sit in 4th position. They take on Gisborne, who are on top of the ladder. Regardless of the result, the girls are going to be playing finals this year, but they have a genuine chance to build some form because they do play Diggers Rest, who are in 5th position next week, and then they play Bacchus Smash, who sit above them. It'll only be by a game, I think, by the time that fixture comes around. All those games are at home, so rest assured we've got 3 weekends of girls' footy at the racecourse over the next 3 weeks, and you'll get an opportunity to see the girls go through their preparations and prepare for their maiden crack at the 2019 final series, which is going to be an exciting opportunity for the Riddle Youth Girls competition.
Massive, mate. Couldn't have pumped it up any better.
Thanks, mate.